Hi friends, I want to tell you something about an unusual Mandela effect. This has to do with weather. And surprised, we've seen a lot of Mandela effects, and this one's really interesting because this last winter, from fall through winter to up until spring, I'm from Colorado, and I kept in touch with my mother and some, from my mother and some family and friends there. Okay, now what's interesting about this is that they had a really big snowfall. It was almost, I think it was like a record almost last from the fall to through February to March, right? March actually has the snowiest month. But anyway, so I usually, just had a conversation talking to him, and I actually heard a lot of reports, weather reports, from when I was here in California. I just monitoring the weather situation and stuff like that, seeing how much snow they have, because I thought, it's cool for me. It's cool because I like to understand. I always do it every year. Sorry, talking too fast. So every year I'd monitor the weather because I like to see what the snow impact is in Colorado, which leads to good skiing, springtime, a lot of flowers, lakes and all these beautiful things, right? So I always keep track. I always track it every year to see what kind of weather patterns they've got over there and how much snow they have. Because like even the springtime, there's a thing called the Great Sand Dunes. I actually have a video now on the National Great Sand Dunes there in Colorado. It's awesome. And what happens is that the snow melts, and some places happens early. What happens is the snow melts off the mountains around Memorial Day. Memorial Day, I believe. Yes. But anyway, so it starts melting, and it creates these waves when the water comes off the mountains. So they don't have any beaches with waves in there, but it makes a natural wave. So kids, sometimes it'll be 4 or 5 feet up to that, and it'll create a wave, and you can actually ride it with tubes or whatever. It's really cool because it makes a big wave, and then you ride the wave and you ride it down, and it's really wide. I think it's about 200 yards wide. No, that's too much. Sorry, about 100 yards. Well, it's about, I guess it would be a good 200. Wait, no, it's about 100. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how wide it is. It actually could be 200 yards wide and stuff, and about 4 or 5 feet wide, long. This, when those waves come through. All right, but I think I'm exaggerating there because I don't remember exactly what the wave is because it's more towards the river. But actually that riverbed spans that far, in sand. And so you get a picture, the beaches like here in California, you have the sand, but then you have this national freshwater wave that comes down there, and actually, kids would ride stuff. And I took my children there and stuff one time. Had a great time because it goes like 2 or 3 feet. That year, it was 2 or 3 feet waves, and kind of not a huge ones, but it's fun because you have those little waves. Why? And also you can ski the sand with snowboards, and do snowboarding with the snowboards, and also you can do like take a toboggan or something as well. But usually what you have to do is not a toboggan. I mean a metal one of those round disc sleds like they have in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, or you can take a plastic one. But the plastic stuff you have to put wax on. So you put wax on those just to get a little bit more smoothness, and you can get ripping it. You can go run down those sand dunes, ripping about I don't know, probably 15, 20 miles an hour. I'm not sure. It's incredible. I mean, it actually gets scary. Wait. So the reason started that subtext, she's like, well, Kirk, I just stay on point. Well, I just thought it'd be interesting if I tell you about that, all right? So here's what it is. We had a lot of snowfall there in Colorado last fall. I mean, a ton. Because as my mother, she had local seen it and said, every time I was calling, she said, oh, it's snowing again. It's like, 5 or 6 inches, or sometimes there's one that had a huge one. And down there near Erie, Colorado. I think it was something like 2 feet or 3 feet or something. Way. And several days I had to deal with it. And there's several times I was monitored it, and that I've seen several days that they're having problems in schools and stuff like that. Well, anyway, so here you are. This is why this is a Mandela effect, a weather one, because I know for a fact that they had a lot of snow. I think probably even I think one time is thinking around something had that much snow in, like, I don't know, 15 years or something. So I thought, wow, that's cool. Because I was here in California, and they had a drought this one. I was like, oh my God, they got all that snow. I kept telling myself, but they didn't have all the snow in Colorado. I wish they could push them down here. We didn't have the conversation with Mom. I said, you guys got some snow in the mountains? I said, boy, I wish they'd come down here because we are dry. Because it was really dry in California way. So now you're not going to believe this. Yes, this Mandela effect, your God, your creator, and all the ones in the heavens have modified this to now we have a drought condition. That must be, you know, is this part of the signs, the witnessing process, you know, that we've seen earthquakes and weird weather patterns and stuff like this. But no, the rest of the world's asleep to this. But I noticed this right away. But see, now we have water issues. Remember, we had the baby food crisis. Now, you know, they're hitting. It's not funny. They're hitting these people in all directions. I mean, I'm serious. They're getting hit in every direction they look because it's the mutual absurd distraction, right? Now look over here. No, look over there. Now worry about that over here. Oh, fear that. Star mark here. That's oh my God. You know what I mean? So they're constantly pushing narratives around the world to cause that fear and you know, fear take. Anyway, so here's like one of the articles real quick. Arizona and Nevada face another round of water cuts as drought hammers Colorado River water levels. And this is shocking. Colorado basin states failed to reach drought agreement. Well, okay, that's something. Oh, see how they add this? This is another one. This. Oh, look at this. I realize this is another way of turning the notch up on everyone, saying Colorado River basin states failed to reach drought agreement. Oh, that's interesting. Now, I wonder if that includes Arizona, because when I was running for governor, I remember that I was wondering how we could manage water better, especially with the golf courses, because we just had too many. We had so much, and no offense to play golf, it's just it was overtaken. I mean, just overtaken. So we used to use swamp coolers with the water in Denver area, but there's so much humidity now from all the parks and lawns, and so it's not just golf courses. You know, I'm not trying to pick on them. It's just all the grasses and all the belts and all that stuff, which is good because we need nature, right? But it was, but it increased the humidity levels so high that you can only run those swamp coolers in Denver. You have to use central air conditioning with, you know, central air with all the freon and, you know, stuff like that. So this is interesting because now you're putting even more tight, because now there's arguments and fights over drought, right? And federal officials imposed new cuts on the Colorado River. Okay, so see, because the Colorado impacts Meade and also Lake Powell, and they said that I think Meade has the lowest level of water since it was first opened. I mean, look at this. This says drought-stricken Arizona, Nevada will get less water from Colorado River. Well, okay, so anyway, what was this? New York Times. Oh, that was 12 hours ago. Drought-stricken Arizona to get less Colorado. So anyway, so, you know, water is now having food. Now they're got water issues. So anyway, like meat, I can't, because meat comes off of there. We type that in again. No, not mead. That was lake. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's lake mead in it. Yeah, it is. I'm sorry. I was thinking of something else. I think Meade. There's a Meade town in Colorado. You know, it's coming for southwest Colorado, River Falls. Anyway, so you can look this up more, but I don't know if it's seen on the news because I don't really watch news and pay attention. I just come by hitting these things in as well. A lake Meade keeps dropping. Oh yeah, I saw this. The pictures. It's crazy. Look at this. This is July 6th and 2000. Look at July 3rd, 2022. Look at the difference on the left and right on there. I mean, look at this. And this is insane. So bring in here, and look at this. Wait, there's like a sheep or something. Look at this right here. I just noticed this, or is it deer? It's a deer right there. Look at this. I just noticed that. I don't know if you can see this. Let me see if I get a little thing right here. So I'm going to explain this a little bit. I learned more about this. Why this was being terraformed like this. See this right there? You got the there, and here's the eye. There's a deer. I can't see because I don't have my contacts are bothering me a little bit. So here we got a leg, and this like there, right there. See that? And I'm gonna zoom back out. Turn that off here. So you gotta clear it. So anyway, see if there's anything else in there. Is that an elephant or something? It's weird right here, like the elephant next to it. I don't know, or it was a mole. I don't know. I can't see well because of my contacts. I apologize. There's like something else there, like a Martian, like a mouse or something. What is this? This is crazy. Look at this right here. Here's something here. So you might do, and some here. So you might have to go in there, take a look at it. There's something sitting here even. Wow, that's incredible. One thing I do want to say about this, that I'm starting to talk so fast, so I just got so much to do. And I know I talk very fast, but no, so that's that. Oh, is that a dog? Yeah, it's a dog. Okay, that's cool. It's like a bulldog. I'm gonna show you this right here. See this whole thing right here? Kind of got an ear here. I'm gonna do this. So then they got this nose here, and the eye of the bull is kind of its facial feature here, like this. See that? And dog mirror is God in reverse. Unconditional love, faithful defender, and all that stuff, right? See, it's not taking out. So that's really, it's like a dog or something, right? Let's zoom back out. Yeah, it's like a dog or something. That's, like I said, I may not get these right because my contacts are bothering me. Okay. Now on the right hand side, let's see. Why is it? Oh, they're not the same angle. Why is it saying July 6th, Hoover Dam? And why is it totally different? Because that's not even. That's the same. Oh, that's the same. It's part of the lake. I don't know why it's split though. Is it right? Yeah. No, I saw ones earlier, but back to back. Because that's not even the same. That's not. Oh wait, no, it's dry. That's what it is. It says dry. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's wrong. Okay, I'm sorry. God, sorry. So the one I left is dry because it looks totally different when it's dry. You know, right? What's weird about that is that's true. Is that true? If that's true, then why all of a sudden this right here's a Mandela effect between the dates? Because if that is true, they're close photographs. There should be a dog. See, because here's what I'm saying. See, if you fill this in right here, this is actually part of this right here. Okay, this would be part of that lake, and then you have that, right? I'm sorry, and this is actually over here, so it's hard to tell because that's coming up here to become like there, right? But this is that section, I guess, would be looping here, I guess. I think it says, clear contact, sorry. Well, okay, well, anyway, so I'm clearing that off. So let's see. I'm seeing someone's zooming here because I'm curious if they see that dog formation on this one. Let's see if you see anything here. I'm gonna have to get more photos close to each other. Wait, this is totally different. This is like a. I need to get my context fixed. I see something here. See this? There's a face here and the eyes. There's something here over here having eyes looking that way. See, clear that. Clear that. Well, I'm going to come back with this. Is kind of interesting. See right in here? This is amazing. There's a lot of spiritual formations in here. I'm trying to find the dog that would have been there. Okay, well, there's like a baby here. Look at this. What is this thing looking right at? You kidding me? Right here. Look at this. This whole thing, this outlined here. There's an eye here, and an eye here, and then like a nose and a mouth and some head and some kind of thing like here, like this. See? Something that I don't know what that means, but anyway. That is insane. Oh, and there's another face up here. Look at this. Oh my God. There's a whole story here. I'll have to go and look. Sometimes we don't understand the stories. I actually see something here. So here's like an old hat of some old individual or elder. I shouldn't say old. We're all older. So there's an elder here. See two eyes underneath this hat, a nose, a mouth, and it looks like you got their hand or something like here. It looks like fingers. And sitting here like this, and here's the back of them. And then they're looking at somebody here that's looking back this way. There's a lot of stuff. There's actually several things in there. So let's see that again. So I'm going to zoom this one here. See this? It's looking right at us, kind of. I don't know. So I wonder if you, well, okay. Anyway, so that's the thing too is that, now I'm going to wrap this up because, yeah, we got enough coverage of this. But anyway, what's interesting about this is that, there's an old saying that once you pull back. Wait, no, I don't know. I think that these photos matter. There's something wrong here because those are stitched together something. I mean, I don't know how you compare this from the left, but there's something wrong. These photos are not right. So it's kind of interesting. So you'll get the general idea. You can look at those. It's a Mandela effect, though. Okay. And also in here that if you take this, and these, I can't zoom in there more. It's interesting that I saw some apparitions underneath the lake. Let's see. Let's go here, images. Let's see. Well, anyway, I was going to show you that those satellite photos that, let's see here. But there was actually, if you look into the lake, you can actually see formations that you wouldn't normally see. Like you can see one of them had like this ghostly figure underneath, like in the bluish tint of the lake. You can see this like ghostly, big, large face, right? My point is this, and then it becomes more visible as the water level was dropped from year to year when I was looking at it. It became like really clear. I wish I had it here, but I just, I don't have time and it takes too much time to pull it up for this video. So my point is this, and there's an old saying that, surprisingly, this one actually came from Warren Buffett. So you can learn a lot from the other side. I'm not on the other side. I mean, the ones, remember, there's not a side to side. There's somebody who is very wealthy, that's just not like us, that aren't extremely rich, not spiritual, all these things, right? That's not just what you and I are of this world. It's totally, I don't know what kind of, some people call them NPCs, non-player characters, human prison bars, soulless ones, energy vampires, you got it, all this stuff. Even Roseanne Barr called them messengers or something. I don't know how to be messengers to try to be so greedy and selfish. I don't know. Or, try to use their money to help other people and care, whatever it is. So my point is this, that he said this saying. Here's what Warren Buffett said. He said that when the ocean waves pull back, that every naked individual will be exposed. The ones that are wearing those swimsuits. So anyways, when the tide, that's actually said when the tide pulls back, every naked individual will be exposed. That, and that nobody can hide from that. Who's got shorts on? Who don't? Well, what's interesting, the man who says this is one that I'm not to judge, but that seems a little weird coming from a guy who has very, very self-centered, a lot about money and all these other things that he'd be saying a statement like that about, because you're going to be exposed too, Warren Buffett. A lot of them get exposed for the wrongs that they've done. It's, the things that they've done. I can go down there because it's being exposed about their behaviors, their lack of care for humanity, lack of care for the children. Because if you had that kind of money, you'd solve the world hunger problems in 10 seconds. I would. I'd be like, oh my gosh, I got to help all these children around the world, and I got to make things right. But like I said, there's a reason your God does this, and our Creator and the heavens above. There's a reason they do these things, because, like I said, we're a school, we're here to learn, and it's a university, all these things. And so we can't judge these things, because they are part of that makes us who we are, that we're true spiritual beings. And it's kind of like a training session, and also and we're learning to be better and be the best light we can in a dark world. Okay, all right, love you all, and God bless.